Mr. Odinga is now pointing fingers at this regime and the Kenya Kwanza administration for the high cost of living. But we want to call his bluff. It is Mr. Odinga who cheered on as the last handshake administration was looting this country dry. And because I said very soon we shall be naming these people, I want to state categorically that Mr. Raila Odinga was the net beneficiary of the COVID haste, of the fuel subsidy haste, of the telecom haste, and when details come, Kenyans will get to know that the net beneficiary of all the theft under the Jubilee handshake regime, the net beneficiary of all the looting was Raila Odinga plus his sponsors who are even sponsoring him up to today. We know the desperation for Mr. Odinga, besides the late realization that he may not have the energy and the stamina to run another election, is the desperation to cover up for the theft and outright looting of our economy under the last regime. And we want to promise Mr. Odinga, his sponsors and his army of goons that the Kenya Kwanza administration and least of all President William Ruto shall not be intimidated by any means. The pursuit of those who looted our economy will continue unabated, notwithstanding his demonstrations. The pursuit of those who use their offices to run away from taxation by offering themselves exemptions, tax waivers, and relief will continue. And this administration will also continue to work on means and ways of uplifting our economy and improving the cost of living for the Kenyan people. All these members you see here, you saw them in the National Assembly when others boycotted the National Assembly. These members were there yesterday debating the budget policy statement to ensure that we have in place programs that will ensure that we bring down the cost of living to the Kenyan people. That's why we are challenging our colleagues in the Azimio coalition. And most of those in ODM who are now slaves of the Odinga dynasty, please, it is only yourselves who can rescue yourselves. Nobody will rescue you. But we must remind you that the people of Kenya elected you as members of parliament to come and deal with issues and matters that are concerned to them through parliament, not in the streets. That's why we have said, should you find you have no space in the National Assembly and in parliament as members of parliament and senators, simply quit your positions and join the rest of the army of goons asking for arms. But we must also tell them that this government has a sacred duty to ensure that the rule of law reigns in the governance of our country. And we want to encourage the president and all security agencies to spare no effort and no energy to protect lives, protect people's property in Nairobi and outside Nairobi in other cities.